So I'm sorry for the headphone users, there will be screaming and enjoy a smo.as the picture you see cause why not, and I'm making a Albany ASMR so wait for that.
Hello, I'm back to recording after like a whole last week. Anyways, I'm going to be reading a Shirabu X Reader. It's called Cutting Bangs. Okay, there's 7 parts to this, and I haven't read this yet, so yeah. And swear warning if there is any swearing for those who don't like swearing. And hold on, I'm gonna read the description just to be safe. Doesn't say if it has swearing or not, so I'm gonna just read it. Okay. Joining the Shiratori Zawa Club, volleyball club. As the manager had sure been, I can't talk. Joining the Shiratorizawa volleyball club as a manager had sure been a challenging choice for you. And I cannot read. And I don't know if it's like gender neutral or not. So sorry for like any of the girls or boys who like watch this and they find out it's like just about boys, just about girls. So yeah. Also, if there's any background noises, I'm sorry. My window's open and my mom won't let me close it because like supposedly my room stinks, even though it don't. Okay. With that big shyness of yours through you, though of yours, you thought you could have never made it alive. The first day you introduced yourself to the players, you turned flushing red as soon as you stepped in the gym, and that scene still haunts you to this day. Despite your nervousness, each boy bowed respectfully and soon made you feel comfortable. Time passed, you started warming up to each one of them, and one developed some important friendships. However, one of the guys had kind of ignored you from the start, side-eyeing you in what you thought was disapproval. So you felt like you were doing the same, afraid of bothering him in some way. You really didn't want to cause any trouble, knowing yours was a powerhouse school, and that by distracting or bothering the players could have messed up their strikes, which you knew was impeccable. Okay, time skip. It had been 3 months since you had applied as a manager, and you were making your way to the gym, impatient to see how everyone was doing, if they had developed some sort of new technique to jump on the court. Thing that had started to happen pretty often despite the coach being against new. He had finally faced the fact that they needed to embrace even unfamiliar things due to the competitions rising up with other schools. As you stepped into the gym, everyone greeted you and cheerfully, and then you went back to their tasks. They went back to their tasks. You smiled. Your manager, self-loved and familiar atmosphere. You felt every time you greeted the guys, it made you feel more involved in something deeply meaningful. However, Their main setter, Shirabu, has really never greeted you as usual. He coldly nodded in your direction as he ob- ob- oblig- I'm gonna just put the word right there, like right there. And if you guys know how to pronounce it, just pronounce it, because I have no idea how to pronounce it. To show some sort of respect, while his indifference was taking over him. Despite that hurting a bit, since you had started to develop a tiny crush on him due to his mysterious looks, you went to the person who wrote this put you went to sit on the bench. And I'm sorry if I'm making fun of them, but it's like just so funny to see that. Okay. You went to sit on the bench as usual and started scribbling at nothing information. That day, everyone was particularly fired up and productive. Tendao was as he had shouted minutes before his 120%. His blocks were beyond average, and you loved witnessing that look on his face every time he scored a point. Shijima, despite his constant strength, was giving his best, and Rion just the same. Goshiki, well, he was always at the top of his abilities. I think I found another word I can't pronounce. Decapitated and yelling around like that was his last day on Earth. Shibu seemed down, kind of spread and annoying as fuck energy, and others soon noticed. Shibu, are you okay? Said Rion with a gentle tone. He looked away, sighing. Yeah, Shirabu, you seem kinda off, huh? Kashige yelled. Your sets are kinda off too, Oshijima added. Everyone shook to the ground. He usually took his teammates off moments as challenges to get better, but that day was lasting too long. Leaving his last hope of avoiding the situation, he gave in. I can't see, he firmly said, and everyone had given him a confused look. Tenda was about to call 911, I know. And the person who wrote the fanfic is, but I know it's not the same number in Japan, but it sounds smoother. He added even more firmly and kind of shyly. My bangs are in the way. They've grown out too much, and I haven't had the time to get them fixed. A light shade of pink appeared on his cheeks as he tried to avoid eye contact with the others. It was not even the middle of practice, nor the coach or the other players had a single idea what to do. So you took that moment as a chance to really be the manager you were. I can cut them, you said, as you were regretting your life decisions. Realizing what you said, you soon added, I've happened to cut other people's bangs before, so I promise I won't make a mess. I'm probably gonna add different voices to you, because I still can't figure out if you're a boy or girl. Hold on, I'm gonna scroll down a bit to see if you're a boy or girl. Ooh, sorry, I just saw something. Hold on. I think it's a little bit spicy. I'm still trying to find if you're a boy or girl. since I can't find them, I just assume non-binary, which is fine. Okay, back to the thing. I'll find out in the later story, so I'm assuming it's gender neutral. Okay, I've happened to cut other people's bangs before, so I promise I won't make a mess. Everyone gave you an alrighty look, except Shirabu. As he realized what you said, he started blushing hard and looked down, and even managed to say, alright, but you better not make a mess. He blurted out, trying to keep his composure. While the others were smirking and snorting slightly, they knew down well he had a huge crush on you and couldn't wait for him to take his chance to finally make a move. Alright, YN, please make it quick, said the coach as you were providing yourself some scissors. Sure, you quickly answered. Then you and Shirabu started to make your way to the restrooms. None of you said a word is due to this huge embarrassment and the fear of bothering him some way. You two arrived and turned the lights on, positioned him close to the sinks, and began to shorten the extensions in your hair. Shirabu felt in heaven, seeing you, his all-time crush, taking care of him with your hand positioned on his head to avoid him making sudden movements, suddenly caressing his hair and make sure not to pull it. Only a few centimeters apart, he wanted to close that distance, and he had avoided confessing for way too long. Sorry, I thought someone walked in. And this occasion would had never come back, so he made up his mind. As you were almost finished, he blurted out, "Oi, YM." He pressed his lips harshly against yours. Oh my gosh. As you quickly realized his past behavior towards you and how you had been misunderstanding the whole time, you kissed him back. Oh my gosh. I can't keep my composure with this type of stuff. It didn't say it was like a lemon, did it? Hold on. What? Okay. Seconds passed and he asked for entrance, licking the bottom of your lip repeatedly again. You giving him full dollar. Okay. I'm sorry. I can't keep my composure with this stuff. Okay. You giving him full dominance. One of his hands was holding your head, and the other was grabbing your hair tightly. Both of your hands were behind his neck, and you had previously dropped the scissors. Your makeup session has lasted a while, and his tongue was hungry for yours. Okay. When he parted his lips from yours and started kissing your jawline, then your neck and collarbone. I'm not saying that, so I'm not saying that. Do I have to say it? Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. I don't wanna, but you have to. But I don't wanna, but you have to. I don't do it. Shirabu. It's Kenjiro. Call me Kenjiro. He quickly said as he returned to devouring your neck. Okay. Hungry for started leaving music. You were fondling his hair. In the process, you seemed to really like it. Oh my gosh! But why did it turn too spicy for me? This is too much for me. And sorry for headphone users who are like listening to this with like headphones and like just keep screaming. Oh my gosh! You started leaving small bites on your collarbone and then back to your neck, licking it and your jawline, trying to find your sweet spot. Oh my gosh, why did I do that? A small moan escaped your lips, and he knew he had found it. He began kissing it hard and pressing it with his tongue, making you breathe heavy and pressure and grip his hair tighter. She was satisfied with what he had left. He went back to your lips and you made out for a while more. This was a weird confession. And yes, this was a confession. As your lips separated, you looked at each other with half-lidded eyes, just drunk and hungry for more touch. It had been too much, though, so you knew you had to get back to the gym where the others would have suspected. I love you so much, YM. Please go out with me. After making out.